Student, I am S.K. Misra, teacher of maths in DAV CCL, Grade E. Today I am going to start the new chapter statistics. First of all, we have to know here what is statistics. It is a science which deals with the collection, presentation, analysis and interpretation of numerical data. Means it is just a science which deals with the collection, presentation, analysis and interpretation of numerical data. First of all, know types of data. First is called primary data and second is secondary data. So what is primary data? The data collected by the investigator himself with a definite plan in mind are known as primary data. These data are therefore highly reliable and relevant. Now, secondary data. The data collected by someone other than the investigator are known as secondary data. It means secondary data are those data which are collected by other than an investigator. Now, raw data or ungrouped data. There are two types of data. One is ungrouped or raw data and other is grouped data. So ungrouped data, the data obtained in original form are called raw data or ungrouped data. Group data, we may condense data into classes or groups. Such a presentation is known as group data. Now, how to draw a bar graph or column graph? In a bar graph, bars of uniform width are drawn with various heights. The heights of a bar represent the frequency of the corresponding observation. Just like we have a question, 70 students from a locality use different modes of transport to go to school as given below. Mode of transport, number of students. Car, through car 4 students, through bus 27 students, moped 11 students, bicycle 20 students, rickshaw 8 students. Draw the bar graph representing the above data. So take the mode of transport along x-axis and number of students along y-axis. Horizontal axis is called x-axis and vertical axis is called y-axis. All the bars should be the same width. All the bars should be the same width. Width of each bar will be same. And same space should be left between. Just like these are the bars. All bars have same width. And we left some space which is also be the same width. Now, car. So there are 4 students which used car. Number of students who used bus is 27, just 27. Here calibrated 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and then so on. Number of students who used moped is 11. So we take here 11 join to this called moped used by 11 student. Now bicycle used by 20 student, we join here, line, draw a line and then this bar graph denotes the number of student who used bicycle and number of student who used rickshaw is 8. So here 8 and then this is 8 rickshaw. Number of student who used rickshaw is 8 student. Now here especially we have to know histogram and frequency polygon. First of all, histogram. A histogram is the graphical representation of frequency distribution in exclusive form in the form of rectangles with class intervals as bases and corresponding frequencies as heights, there being no gap between any two successive rectangles. First, convert the frequency distribution in exclusive form if it is given in inclusive form. First of all, we have to know what is inclusive. If we want to know what is inclusive and exclusive, just like we have a data 0 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 6 to 11, 11 to 16, 17 to 22, etc. So this is called inclusive data because its upper limit is included in first class, upper limit of second class is included in this class, second class class interval. So for converting it into exclusive data, we subtract 0.5 from lower limit and add 0.5 in upper limit. So this is in inclusive data, and exclusive data is equal to minus 0.5 to 5.5. Now 5.5 to 11.5, 10.5, 11.5, 11.5 to 16.5, and 16.5 to 22.5, and so on. So this is called exclusive data. Taking suitable scale, mark the class intervals on x-axis. Taking suitable scales, mark the corresponding frequencies on the y-axis. Construct rectangles with class intervals as bases and the corresponding frequencies as heights. Represent the following frequency distribution by means of histogram. We have a question: marks obtained by student and number of students. 10 to 20 marks, number of student is 7. 20 to 30 marks, number of student is 11. 30 to 40, number of student 9. 40 to 50 marks, 13 student. 50 to 60 marks, number of student 16. 60 to 70, number of student 4. 70 to 82. Now how we represent these data into a histogram. So here we have to take here the clearly the given frequency distribution is in exclusive data because its upper limit not included in first class interval, it is included in second class interval. The upper limit of second class included not included in second class, it is in third class interval, and so on. So this is exclusive data. So we represent the class intervals along x-axis 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and so on 90, and as suitable scale and the corresponding frequencies along y-axis on a suitable scale. We construct a rectangle just like 10 to 20. Number of student is 7, so we draw a rectangle. In 20 to 30, number of student is 11, another rectangle. In 30 to 40, number of student is 9, so draw a rectangle. 40 to 50, number of student 30, so draw a rectangle. 50 to 60, number of student is 16, draw a rectangle. 60 to 70, number of student is 4, draw a rectangle. 70 to 80, number of student is 2, draw a rectangle. And this is the histogram. Now we have a question: the daily pocket expenses of 206 students in a school are given below. Pocket expense and number of student. 0 to 5 rupees, number of student is 10. 5 to 10 rupees, number of student 16. 10 to 15 rupees, number of student 30. 15 to 20, number of student 42. 20 to 25, number of student 50. 25 to 30, number of student 30, 30 to 35 number of students 16, and 35 to 40 number of student 12. Here we have to draw a polygon, frequency polygon. Draw a frequency polygon of the given data. The student, first of all we have to know how to construct a frequency polygon. For constructing a frequency polygon, we need class mark of the given class interval, and also calculate the class marks just like x. The x1 is minus 2.5 here. First we draw a chart, pocket expenses. Here we include two extra class interval whose frequency is 0. So first in the beginning and second in the last, because here data shows 0 to 5. So here we have to include one data before this data, which is minus 5 to 0, and one data after 35 and 40, which is 40 to 45, and both have zero frequencies. Both have zero frequencies. So here calculate the class intervals x1, x2, x3, x4, x4, x5, x6 and so on. Mark x1, x2, x3 on along x-axis, and mark frequencies, these are the frequencies, along y-axis. Take two class intervals, each of frequency 0, one at the beginning and other at the end. Join the midpoint of the first class interval to the midpoint of the imagined class at the beginning. Also join the midpoint of the last class interval to the midpoint of the imagined class at the end. So here how to construct? So first here we take two extra class interval. One is minus 5 0 whose frequency is 0, and class interval, class mark means sum of lower limit and upper limit by 2. So minus 5 plus 0 by 2 means minus 2.5. 0 plus 5 by 2 means 2.5. 5 plus 10 by 2 means 7.5. So class size is here 5. We add class size in first class mark, we will get the second class mark. Yeah, class mark of second class interval. Again we add 5 to second class mark of second class interval. We find the class mark of the third class interval, and so on. Now how we construct it? So here along x-axis we write the class marks, and along y-axis we write the frequencies, given frequencies. So here, because frequency polygon is drawn by drawing a frequency polygon, we need class mark. It means we have to we need here the midpoint of each class interval. We need midpoint of each class interval. We also may write it just like minus 2.5, 2.5, 7.5, 12.5, etc., 17.5, 22.5 and so on. And frequency. So first is minus 5 to 0. The frequency is 0, so the coordinate is minus 2.5 and 0 is on x-axis. And 0 to 5 class interval, the frequency is 10, so we take here 10, and the midpoint of 0 and 5, which is 2.5, and the point is, this point denotes 2.5 and 10. Third point is 7.5, 16, 7.5 and 16. Third point is 12.5 and 30, so point is here. Fourth point is 17.5 and 42, point is here. Fourth point, and again 22.5, 50, point is here. 27.5 and 30, point is here. 32.5 and 16, point is here. 37.5 and 12, point is here, and 42.50 on the x-axis. And then join and this is called frequency polygon, which is drawn on the class mark. Yeah, for drawing frequency polygon we need class mark of each class interval and the given frequencies, and then we construct a frequency polygon. Thank you, children.